What's going on? I should try to be more enthusiastic considering it's been like over a month. But you'll get that later. Like, we don't do fake shit. You already know. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. A lot of shit's been going on. New year. Fucking prices of everything is off the chain. Like, fucking bums are out there asking for $5. Not even can you spare some change. These motherfuckers are out there with fucking they're out there with the debit machines, the credit card machine. Motherfuckers be like with their signs, and the signs they hold up. Why lie? I need a beer. Motherfuckers got their cash app on the bottom of that shit. Anyways, as you can see, I wore the green hat, which fucks with the green screen, so it's like a fucking disco up in here for your eyes, for the people who are looking on YouTube, which isn't really most of you. Most of my listeners are on Spotify, but whatever. Or not Spotify, but like podcast form. Apple Podcasts or whatever you listen to your podcasts from. But if you're not looking on it, you would see you're missing out. If you don't look at the YouTube at all, you miss out on shit. So like I'm always rocking my fucking I'm always repping Boston because that's where I'm from. Chelsea, Massachusetts, right outside Boston. You could literally look over the harbor and see Boston. We used to take the fucking bus, go over the Tobin Bridge, Haymarket Station, boom, we're in Boston. Take the train from there or wherever you need to go. You know, that's what it was. That's what it was for me growing up. So I like the fact that this hat is green. My son bought me this for my birthday. Shout out to him. You see, you got the mass hole Boston logo on the side. You know, but of course, Bruins in the background. Bees, fucking historic season. Hopefully, they don't shit the bed in the playoffs, which I don't expect them to. But as a Bruins fan, you always fear that. So let's hope not. And these guys, Celtics, number 2. I know nobody gives a fuck about my sports teams, but too fucking bad. I love my teams. I'm a rep till I die, even though the Red Sox suck. Dog shit, fucking ass shit. I'm still going to watch their games and still suffer through it. The Patriots are fucking dog shit ass now after dominating the league for 20 years. And now I got to suffer through that. But whatever. Lows and highs, highs and lows. I still got these two motherfuckers right here. And so I still got a little bit of life. Now, if like there was a time where all my teams sucked ass, and that was a miserable existence. But you know what are you gonna do? Sports fans. That's what you do. So I like how the because it's a green hat kind of gives you the disco effect we got going on here. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Episode 48. It's been forever because I'm an asshole, because I have a real life and real job that I have to fucking. I gotta pay for my son's braces, motherfuckers. You know how much that shit costs? Braces? And that's not even. That's just the beginning. This cocksucker's going to college next year. What the fuck am I going to do then? You guys might never hear my voice again. I'll be working like 8 jobs, like fucking the old school In Living Color skits where they had the Jamaicans and they're like, oh, you got 6 job, man. You know, like, oh, I got to go to my next job. That's going to be me. I'm gonna be doing all these fucking jobs, and I'm gonna be out there with this "While I Need a Beer" sign with the Cash App on the bottom. Uh, as much as it costs for fucking education these days, shit. Either that, or you motherfuckers can like push me and tell your peeps, "Hey, listen to this stupid asshole. He's pretty good. He's kind of funny." Maybe I can start monetizing some shit here. Since I'm doing this shit for free. But I don't care. I'll struggle through it. I'll make it work. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. But matter of fact, I wasn't even going to talk about this, but it just popped in my head. Popped in my head like a little kernel of popcorn that just. Are you fucking sick of the GoFundMe's? Every asshole who doesn't prepare for certain things or who wants certain things, not needs, but all these fucking people throwing out these GoFundMe's for whatever reason, and they make it seem like it's this just cause, and you feel bad for them. I'm like, I'm not heartless, but what the fuck? How's that my problem to pay for because your fucking, I don't know, fucking cousin died, and his family didn't prepare or has no money to fucking to pay for a fucking basic funeral. And this is the problem. Like, it's not even like they're just trying to get some money to just do a basic funeral, or it's just like, okay, well, we'll take whatever we can get, and just do the best we can. No, these motherfuckers want these elaborate fucking things. So they put the goal at like 10 grand and shit like that. And it's like, what the fuck? You can burn that motherfucker for less than that. Shit. Get your GoFund, pay me a couple G's, and I'll go burn that motherfucker. All right. That's too much. All right. Let's get back on topic. Fuck the GoFundMe's. That's virtual begging. It's like begging without having to like have the shame that comes with begging. Like, if you're standing out there at the stoplight, you feel the shame. I mean, you could probably get over it. That's why those motherfuckers are out there, and some of them probably make good money compared to a regular job, but whatever. There's a certain shame that comes with that because people see your face. And see, this is the key. People see your face. So motherfuckers are like, God damn, this motherfucker is hard up. Let me throw him a little something. With the GoFundMe, you can just throw that shit up there and nobody knows it's you. So you don't have to have the shame of begging. That's why GoFundMe suck. If you're gonna be out there begging for money, you should at least feel a little bit of motherfucking shame. Feel that shame. Because it ain't right. And I know I sound like an asshole like I always do, but I'm tired of your fucking GoFundMe's. Go fund these nuts. Never gets old. Never gets old. All right, so I was thinking if for some reason, let's say I hit the lottery, I hit the fucking Powerball or whatever. Now I got fuck you money. What are some of the things you do with fuck you money? Now, most people, they'll buy, elaborate cars, elaborate houses, they'll buy, I don't know, fucking maybe a yacht, crazy shit, right? What would you do? Like, I feel like if I had fuck you money, so like I had talked about in previous, because my mind is just different. I just work differently. I think in a different way. Some might say it's an asshole way. Some might say it's a little bit funny way or whatever. But my mind just works differently. So um, so I noted in a previous podcast that down here in Florida, it's like the Wild Wild West and the old Western days where like my son's braces where he goes to get it, it says orthodontics. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. Whatever the fucking braces shit is, it says it on the thing. And you'll see like liquors, or you'll see like basically what they're selling, smoke shop. You'll see that as their sign, which is crazy to me. This, I mean, it's great because it describes what you need, but it's also like has no imagination. Like like I don't know, fucking. If I was an orthodontist, on the top of my shit, I would have like broken teeths, like some shit, like some funny, stupid shit like that. But that's just me, and that's why if I had fuck you money, I'd do shit like that. So like I was thinking, since they have stores like that, I would just open like a dildo store. If I had fuck you money, I would open a dildo store that just says dildos as the sign. That's it. And that's all I'd sell. And I don't give a fuck if it doesn't sell a single dildo. It would just be worth it to me just to have a store that says dildos on the sign and is actually out there for people to shop at. I told you I'm wired differently. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. There's probably a lot of other things I do with fuck you money. Like I have a lot of ideas, inventions, all that good stuff. Because this brain is fucking insane, but it's sanely genius sometimes. So I guarantee you, if I put some shit in into prototypes and sold them at trade shows and shit like that, your boy would be billionaire, Mark Cuban style. But whatever. I'm a loser. I don't fucking I don't have the balls to risk money and jump on shit. So that's why you don't see me Mark Cuban style. So if you have that, go for it. Because I fucking suck. But whatever. I'll still play the Powerball when it gets up to like a billion and lose, just like everybody else, and still do this shit, you know, in another month or a month and a half or whatever however long it takes me because I work my dick off because I have to fucking pay for my goddamn son's braces. But it is what it is. That's life. So I I I know we try to keep it light, right? Try to keep it light. No more serious topics. But I ran across this fucking article about this trank drug. And they mixed it's a animal drug. It's I forget what it's some Z. Let me see. Let me see if I begins with a X. Animal sedative. What the fuck is this shit called? Xylazine. They mix it with fentanyl so that people's highs last longer or whatever. Fentanyl's in everything these days, by the way. If you're on drugs, you might want to just invest in a fucking in a one of those kits that tell you, you know, what's in your drugs, because fentanyl's in everything these days, and that's how they get all these fucking people walking around like fucking zombies. In any case, this xylazine shit, I guess it makes the high last long or whatever. I don't know what the fuck, but they mix it with fentanyl. The problem is, it forms like this crust, this black crust on people's fucking skin. These motherfuckers are out there looking like legit zombies and shit with fucked up, like dead, fucked up tissue from shooting themselves up with this shit, to the point where motherfuckers are getting shit amputated because they just can't stop injecting themselves with this bullshit. That is wild. Wild that you would that that you're listen, I love beer. Love my beer. But if this fucking beer was turning these lips black and decrepit and crusty to the point where they might have to cut these motherfuckers off, bye bye beer. I ain't fucking with you no more. And I understand there's a difference between, drinking a beer or even alcohol, being an alcoholic versus being fucking somebody strung out on those drugs and shit like that. Just trying to, give you a little bit of perspective. Like, what the fuck? Are you willing to lose a fucking arm over this goddamn drug? That is fucked. That is insane. And it's crazy that this fentanyl, it catches people who aren't even looking for fentanyl because they're mixing it with so many drugs. Like, people are dying from this shit because it's just being mixed in their normal shit. People are trying to get their normal buzz, their normal high, whatever. Shit, they start mixing fentanyl in this shit, I'm fucked. You're gonna see me in the next podcast with some fucking crusty ass, black ass lips, looking like a motherfucker from the PJs, that old claymation show. God damn. Anyways, um, now I will admit some of my topics are a little bit old because it's been so fucking long since I made one of these. So deal with it. Fuck off. You don't like it? What do I always tell you? You already know. Go listen to something else. Fuck off. It is what it is. I gotta pay for braces, motherfuckers. Um, so I saw an article that said if you drink Coke or Pepsi on a regular basis, it might actually make your balls bigger and give you more testosterone. These are some studies that have been done that show that people who drink this stuff on a regular basis have some big fucking coconuts and they're plowing their chicks left and right. Being a avid soda drinker, I co-sign on this shit. All right, I'm not saying I have these big, huge fucking coconuts, but wife ain't making no complaints. But that's a side note. My clackers are just fine. A little hanging a little low because I'm getting old, but they're just fine. They're not humongous. We're not talking elephantitis over here. I don't drink that much fucking Coke or Pepsi, but we're doing all right. So instead of getting Nugenics like fucking Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas tell you to do, maybe you should go drink a fucking Pepsi or drink a Coke. Drink your little cola. Drink your RC cola. Take care of some of that. I saw a dude in the store rocking suspenders. And I just thought, like, Like, over time, we innovate, right? We come up with better ways to do things. We come up with better ways to do things. It's that simple. Back in the day, I guess they didn't have belts. So they made suspenders to hold your pants up, right? Only problem is those suspenders pull the pants right up to your fucking nipples. So you look like a fucking clown, especially if you were a little chubby. You were a walking joke. So somebody said, you know what? I can't deal with these fucking suspenders. I look like a pre 1990s Steven Urkel, only fat. So I ain't fucking with that. I'm just gonna put something around the waist to hold my shit up. And this was probably a more skinnier dude because, as you know, fat dudes. This is why they wear suspenders, because they got that big ass belly, so they have to have like a fucking a humongous belt to hold their pants over on top of that big ass fat belly. Now there's two ways they do this. They either get a humongous belt that cuts their belly in half, or they get the small belt that goes underneath the belly. So they have this big fat fucking gunt just hanging over their fucking dick and balls with the belt underneath the belly to hold their pants up. But it looks ridiculous because you have this humongous fucking glob just hanging over your fucking over the belt. So that's why I think some fat dudes keep the suspenders on deck, because there's no other reason why you would keep suspenders. Like, there's no reason why anybody should be wearing suspenders this day and age. Except for the fact that they don't want to look like that asshole with the fucking belt underneath that big ass humongous belly hanging over their fucking belt. Just looking like a fat slob. I mean, you look like a fat slob either way, but it kind of accentuates your stomach more when you have the fucking the belt around your waist and your belly hanging over it. At least with the suspenders, they go like over your fat ass stomach, so it kind of distracts it a little bit and makes it look not so fucking fat and gross. But whatever. I guess I answer my own question. Suspenders still live because fat motherfuckers find them more comfortable. Or they're just set in their ways. One or the other. Because I gotta feel like if you're that fat and you're that old that you're actually considering wearing suspenders, you kind of don't give a fuck if people laugh at you for wearing the belt underneath your belly and your belly hanging out. Because your belly's hanging anyways. So maybe not. Maybe it's just it's either a comfort thing or it's just a stubborn thing. One or the other. Because you know how old people just get stuck in their ways and they don't want to, you know, they don't want to change. But anyways, like, let's move on to the next thing. If you rocking suspenders, man, I got to give you some props. Like, you sticking true to your shit. But whatever. So I had some driving pet peeves. You motherfuckers. I've said this before. I used to think drivers up north were bad until I moved to Florida. Now, I don't know if it's, well, I do know. See, down here, there's this mix. You have older, like really old men and women from all different races, Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Jamaicans, um, just older folks that just drive so fucking slow. And then you have like, I mean, I might be stereotyping a little bit, but you have the Puerto Ricans out there from like, you know, the sticks in Puerto Rico that are used to not quite following the rules, so they drive like fucking maniacs. And you have the young folks who are tired of being behind these old folks who drive like below the speed limit. So they're whipping around, fucking weaving in and out of traffic. So you have this crazy dynamic of all these asshole drivers. And I got to be honest with you, like some of these fuckers, some of these older folks that drive like under the speed limit force you to be like some of these young assholes weaving in and out of fucking traffic because it's like, what the fuck? I got to get to work. I understand you're just going to Walmart to fucking buy some fucking bullshit and then you're going back home and you ain't doing nothing else. But some of us got shit to do. So there's that dynamic going on. And, but there are general rules. General rules that as a driver, you should have the common courtesy to give to somebody else. So, for example, there's a lot of divided highway bullshit here. That's what causes all the accidents, all this divided highway bullshit. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically you come to this intersection, there's traffic coming from your left, and then across on the other side of the divided highway, there's an opening, and there's traffic coming from your right. So you at the intersection have to wait until it's safe to go through by the traffic that's coming on your left and have enough space to get through the traffic that's coming on the right after the division. Well, that doesn't work well when you have busy ass motherfucking streets. So people take chances. Too many chances to the point where there are really, really bad accidents. Instead of just being cautious and saying, you know what, I ain't getting across this motherfucker. This is just too much traffic. Because even when the light changes, the other people that turn into the intersection, that traffic is right behind the other traffic. So it's like you're never going to get across. So instead of thinking, maybe I should just turn right, go down, take a U-turn. No, all these assholes, these stupid motherfuckers that are causing my insurance rates to go like ridiculous amounts. That's the other thing. I'm not just paying for braces. I'm paying these ridiculous insurance rates because these fucking assholes don't know how to drive down here. So instead of just taking a right and saying, fuck it, I'm just going to take a right, go down, do a quick U-turn, and I'll be good. Nope. They try to cut across, they take chances, and next thing you know, the shit is like fucking ridiculous. It's flipped over. It's fucking like I've seen some fucked up cars. But that's not the point. The point is my pet peeves of these fucking assholes. So this is what drives me fucking crazy, and it's always driven me crazy. I'm sitting at this intersection, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be a divided highway. I could be just taking a right. I'm at the intersection. If it's a divided highway, maybe I'm going left, but I could just be going right. And you have the asshole that's coming towards you on your left, coming towards you at the intersection, and you're waiting for them to go by because you think, okay, this person's gonna, I'm gonna wait for this person to go by. when they get close to you, they turn into the lane next to you. They don't put their blinker on so that you can fucking go. That's all I'm asking for. Just fucking put your blinker on so that I know that you're going to turn into my shit so I can fucking be on my way. But no, these assholes don't believe in fucking signaling their lights. They think they're just there for, I don't know, fucking, who knows, decoration. These fucking cocksuckers will never use their fucking blinkers. Or as the massholes say, blinkers. Blinkers. Now, I've experienced this up north, but down here, it's worse than it's. And you know why? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I know, because I'm a fucking smart motherfucker. It is just too much space and not enough police. So nobody pulls anybody over for not signaling or anything like that. I mean, they barely pull. I see motherfuckers weaving in and out of traffic, even pass by a cop, and they still don't fucking pull them over. Every once in a while, you run into your normal speed traps, but man, it's like the fucking Wild Wild West down here, and that is no joke. Up north, if I see motherfuckers driving like the way they do down here, I know at some point up the road, I'm gonna see that motherfucker pulled over. But there's just too much space and not enough cops, and they pay cops shit down here. So it's like it's the Wild Wild West of driving, and that's why everybody's getting in accidents, and that's why everybody's fucking insurance rates are so goddamn high. But whatever, you don't want to hear about that. I understand. It's supposed to be fucking funny shit. I'm just scratching an itch right now. Because I can't stand. I mean, just think about that. Think about how fucking frustrating that is. You're already on an intersection waiting to go right or to go left, depending on where you are. And maybe it's a busy day and you got all these fucking, you're just waiting and waiting for the light to change so you can, like I've already told you, these fucking lights down here, some of them 3 to 4 minutes, you're sitting at a fucking light. I don't even, you have to come down here and live down here to understand how frustrating that is. 3 to 4 minutes at every fucking light. Up north, it's like maybe a minute tops. I don't understand the logic. Maybe it's more efficient. I don't know. But it is infuriating sometimes. And then, so you're waiting at this fucking light for 3 to 4 minutes. And you could have taken a right. You could have taken a right, but you have all these assholes that don't put their indicators on, their blinkers, that they're turning right into your intersection. So you don't know until the last minute when they fucking turn in. You're like, fuck, I could have went. And you just want to get out of your car and just fucking, like, I don't know, fucking just want to run an old motherfucker down and just fucking run him up. Not me. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. Just get some, just get a little bit my fucking angst up aggression and anger out on the podcast. Which leads me to my next topic, which are more assholes. And this is more a reflection of the youth these days. So, how many times do you see some post, article, whatever you have, about somebody complaining about a fucking tip to the point where, like, people who actually give a decent tip, they're still complaining about tips. There is a tip entitlement going on that is bananas. 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 These motherfuckers, like, run to TikTok or run to fucking YouTube to post about the lack of tip or the bad tip they received and this and that. To which I always say, fuck off. I happen to be a good tipper. I will not only will I tip well if I receive excellent service at a restaurant, I will call the manager and tell the manager how good my server was, because that merits a good tip. But these motherfuckers want tips for everything these days. Okay, I got to give you a tip for bringing my shit to my door. Great. It's not my responsibility to pay you more because DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever the fuck asshole delivery service you work for does not pay you a good enough wage. If you do not make enough money doing what you do, then go get another fucking job. Okay? The job is going to be the same no matter what. It's up to you to go get another fucking job and get the money you need to make. Don't blame the other person for not giving you. You don't know what that other person does. What, they can't order something? These motherfuckers, they have the nerve to say, "Oh, well, if you can afford a tip, then maybe you should take your ass to the store." Well, I'm sorry, but you are the asshole who fucking decided that you're gonna deliver, that you're gonna do this job. It's not the fucking people's responsibility who order the products to compensate you. It's your company's responsibility to compensate you. And this tip mentality is all fucked up. It's all fucked up all over the place. Motherfuckers have tip jars for giving you a cup of coffee. That's your fucking job. Not gonna tip you to pour me a cup of coffee? Is that what you're getting paid to do? Yeah, I get it. You're serving me, so I have some lenience with that. But you see it at the fucking convenience store. Convenience store. They got a tip jar. I'm bringing the product to the fucking counter. I'm paying my money, and you want me to tip you for punching the fucking keys on the register? What the fuck are we doing? Jesus fucking Christ. But you always see these fucking asshole TikTok videos. Fucking asshole. Tip. Oh, you should. If you can't afford, You should go pick it up yourself. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Do you know how much they fucking charge people? Do you guys order food from DoorDash or Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever? Do you know how much they charge you as a delivery fee? Not to mention, all these fucking things jack up the menu prices to make extra money. So The restaurant might be selling something at $5, but if you order it online, like Chipotle, you cocksuckers, whoever delivers Chipotle, whether it's Grubhub or DoorDash or whatever, if you go to the Chipotle, you're paying like fucking, like, I don't know how many dollars cheaper for your shit for every item. We could probably save $10 because they mark up the prices big time on the menu items. How's that fucking fair? It's these corporations are just jacking the fuck out of everybody, and you stupid assholes are blaming the poor schlub who maybe just got back from their second fucking job of the day because they're just trying to maintain and they have two shitty jobs versus your fucking DoorDash job. They're working their ass off. They want to order a couple of pizzas for their family because they don't have fucking time to cook because they got to get up early to work their two jobs tomorrow. And you're fucking complaining about a goddamn tip? Fuck you! Eat a big bag of fucking dead COVID dicks! Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe you should, next time you should maybe go to the fucking store if you can't afford it. Fuck off! Maybe you should go get another fucking job, you stupid cunt! Get out of my fucking face with that. I'm so fucking sick of this tip culture bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, now that all the Door Dashers and Grubhub people hate me, let's move on. So I know not everybody cares about this shit, but I like music and I'm a hip hop guy. So a while back, maybe like a month ago, for some reason, Melly Mel was out there. Icon hip hop legend Melly Mel, right? He's out there talking shit about um like kind of shitting on rappers like who are considered the goats or whatever, kind of shitting on them, basically like he's better than them and this and that and whatever. And the only issue I have with that is the old heads like me. So the old heads in hip hop talk about how the young guys don't respect the game and they don't respect the guys who put it out for, who laid the foundation and set it up for them and this and that, right? Okay. I fuck with 80s hip hop, 90s hip hop, 2000s hip hop, 2010s hip hop, 2020s hip hop. I fuck with it all. There's some decades I like better than others. There are some artists I like better than others. But I can see the creativity and I can appreciate modern music. I'm not one of them old fuddy duddies who's like, oh, back in my day, you fucking would have killed your shit. And, there's just some shit that I just don't like. I just don't vibe with. I think there's just way too much focus on auto tune and um, similar beats. There's not a lot of creativity going on these days, but whatever. That's just me. There's still lyricists. There's still people who bring the fucking ruckus that I love. But, whatever. Obviously, I'm going to lean towards some of the older shit, but I still fuck with some of the new shit. And if I hear a dope artist, I'll fuck with him. So you got the old heads complaining that these young, new up and comers don't respect. But then you have Melly Mel shitting on the people who came after him like if they're garbage. And you can't do that. You can't. it's like you're doing exactly what you're accusing them of doing. Like, just because maybe you don't fuck with it, or just because maybe you think you're the GOAT and whatever, that doesn't mean that these guys don't have skills. That doesn't mean that these guys ain't representing or trying to, carry the torch. So when you hear these young bucks clapping back about the old heads and this and that, well, it's because of guys like you. If you want to talk all this shit, Melly Mel. Like, I got mad respect for the OGs and all of that shit, and the guys who put it on. But fuck, if you want to talk shit, then challenge somebody. Throw out a diss track. Don't just fucking do these little interviews talking shit on the new guys when a lot of these new guys do pay homage. A lot of these new guys do respect the OGs. But you can't have it both ways. You can't expect them to respect the guys who laid the foundation if you're shitting on them. Oh, you better than Eminem? Then challenge him to a fucking battle. Let's see. Put your money where your mouth is, Melly Mel. And I fucks with you. But that's what that's what it was, right? So fucking put your money where your mouth is, son. Let's see it. Anyway, that's just another itch I had to scratch. Because not everybody gives a fuck about that stuff. But I saw an article, China, raining worms. Raining fucking worms. Now, if you saw this article or you saw this story, there are people saying that there's a couple of explanations. One, that a like whirlwind of like this fucking almost like a tornado scooped up all these worms and just dropped them all over this fucking area. Now, if you saw the pictures, you can't really tell if they're worms or if they're like those fucked up looking, those little curly things from the trees that we have here that get all over the fucking place. Now, it is China. So I'm ruling out nothing because China fucked up their environment. You want to talk about global warming? These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about global warming. They're just pumping tons of gases and all that. But they got smog like all the time. Like, you think California had smog alerts and shit like that? China's like, they live in smog. But I look at the shit that they fucking eat. Crazy fucking seafood that they eat over there. So whatever. Each his own. Not shit on Chinese people. But the fact that there could potentially be worms raining down on you when you're just fucking walking down the street to get a fucking what do they eat out there? I don't know. Some fucking not sushi. I don't know, some fucking octopus fucking ball bags. And all of a sudden these fucking worms are raining on you. Like, that's some fucked up shit. Now, I don't know if this is a normal occurrence or if this is an anomaly, like a one-time thing. But if I'm going to get my fucking octopus balls and I start getting like doused in fucking worms, holy shit, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm thinking it's like the end of the world, like the fucking locusts and all of that shit. Now, there is a more plausible theory that said they're just these things that come from the trees that I guess just went nuts one day or whatever. My guess is probably the tree shit, but hey, it's China. You never know. You don't even get the fucking, like, they'll never tell you. You don't get the real story when it comes to China, unless there's spies in there just getting the shit out somehow. Because China be lying like a motherfucker. You think this government, you think this country lies? Whoo-hoo! Shit. Those poor Chinese bastards don't know a fucking thing about what's going on. Anyways. Now, like I said, this is some dated shit. We're going back. If you're into sports, you saw what John Morant did. I'm just gonna go quickly on this because it's so old. But I get I guess he pulled out a gun, or he flashed a gun on Instagram. He was at a strip club or whatever. Okay. Now there were some other incidents where supposedly maybe somebody in his team was like flashing the sight, the laser sight at another team's bus or some shit like that, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But I'm gonna get back to just the Instagram post, and like I, I didn't talk about this because I don't think I had a podcast at the time, but um this goes back to like when Justin Bieber was young. You're talking about like these young cats, in their early 20s, making millions of dollars. They have more money than they know what to do with. They're still immature. They're still learning. They're still growing. So these guys are going to do stupid shit like this because they don't know any better. Why are we so fucking critical about these guys? Yes, slap them on the wrist, say, hey, stop fucking around, stop being an asshole, get your shit together. That's fine, but let's not go overboard. We go overboard with everything these days. Everything we go overboard with. Fucking, I just saw some shit where Jalen Rose grabbed the fucking chick Malika Andrews, and you could clearly see in the clip he had his arm with all his fingers around, like he grabbed her around like a side hug, and you could see all his fingers on her fucking arm, and she says to him, "Oh, get your fingers out of my armpit." And it was like, what? So I don't even know what that was about. But this constant, like, Me Too extra, uh like, don't I'm not trying to minimize harassment or whatever. If shit happens, it happens, and it should be dealt with. But this clearly was just him just giving her a side hug, and no malice, no sexual, like. And she says to get your fingers like, and I don't know if he got in trouble. I think he got in trouble. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I heard something about companies don't want to hire young people anymore. They'd rather hire older people because young people are so fucking entitled and they're such pussies, and they go to HR for any little fucking thing. Like, we've gone way too far over the edge. Yes, there are certain things that need to be addressed. Yes, there are certain things that are acceptable and not acceptable. But young folks are being raised like a bunch of fucking pussies. Pussies that can't handle simple life situations that require a somebody to report something to HR when it's really not that serious, when it's just like, oh, okay, like, don't do that again, or not even, it's not even that serious. I'm not talking about a guy grabbing a chick's ass or titty or something like that. I'm just talking about normal shit, like telling, hey, that's a nice dress. You look great. There's chicks these days that will fucking go to HR for that and say you're sexually harassing them. Now, granted, there are assholes who go too far, but I mean, I don't know. It's just like everything else. Everything is just too fucking amplified, and there's just too much bullshit. And I don't know. I don't know how I get to the Jalen Rose things, but whatever. So I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I don't remember what the title was or whatever. I think it was something like I'm gonna fuck this up. It was something like basically like, keep your head on a swivel, like don't turn your back on anybody, some shit like that. And I'm watching the fucking video, and it's these guys stacking like propane tanks or whatever. So one of the guys, and this is in another country, I think it was like Peru or something like that. So one of the guys is on his knees, like, I don't know, checking something with the propane tanks. And the other guy just fucking hammers him with a propane tank out of nowhere. But it doesn't end there. This fucking guy proceeds to pound on him with the propane tank about like 5 or 6 times, like raising it above his head and smashing on it. And this poor bastard, you see his legs go up every time he fucking smashes it on him. And it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. How was this allowed to be shared on Twitter? What if a child stumbles into this shit? Like, there's look, I'm all for free speech and all of that. But god damn, as an adult, as a centered adult, I saw that shit and I was like, what the fuck? Can you imagine a child seeing that? A child who was old enough to understand that this shit is not fake? What are we doing? We're giving so much access to this fucking social media, to this TikTok, to this fucking. I know I sound like an old prick, but we gotta figure this shit out. This shit is crazy. I witnessed a fucking murder on Twitter. Now I know there's other instances of that and all that stuff, but I mean, and you could go to like, just social media in general, and motherfuckers are they talked about it, like motherfuckers are watching Takeoff, his dead body, like the dude from Migos. What if Tupac, like, what if they showed that back in the day and you saw Tupac just laying there dead, or Biggie just laying there dead? Like, where do we lose this decency? Who's the asshole standing there recording this shit? Now, the propane shit was recorded on like the company's thing, so it wasn't like somebody was world star type shit. Thank God they got the guy who did it, and I don't know, his fucking defense is some crazy like insane plea, some bullshit. But yeah, that shit's just out there and just available for anybody to fucking watch. So I don't know how you police it. I don't know how, like, if you have a 10-year-old who has a phone How do you stop them from seeing that shit? Like how? How can you stop that? It's readily available. Not to mention, if you got a boy, all the fucking ass and tits that are on Twitter. Jesus fucking Christ. Much less the rest of the internet. I'm just talking about Twitter. But whatever. I'm taking this fucking episode into a way too serious um realm, and we need to get out of it. So let's talk about our boy Tekashi 69. I'm sure everybody knows he got jumped at a gym that he frequents. This goes back to the GoFundMe. This goes back to the fucking GoFundMe. Before I talk about Tekashi, the girlfriend or wife of one of the people who attacked 6ix9ine opened a GoFundMe. I don't know if it was like supposedly for his medical bills, but more likely it was probably for his like legal bills. This bitch opened a GoFundMe because her hero boyfriend, husband, whatever the fuck he was, beat the shit out of Tekashi. And didn't really beat the shit out of him. He was a little roughed up, but I mean, let's face it, those dudes were kind of big, and if that's all they did, it was like what 2-3-on-1, whatever it was. That's all you did. Shouldn't be bragging about it. Like, kind of didn't do much considering the size difference. Kind of pussy, if you ask me. But whatever, whatever. You know, maybe they'll kick my ass and show me how much of a pussy I am. That's highly plausible. I ain't no tough guy, so they'll probably beat my ass. But I mean, you got little skinny ass Tekashi, and it's 2-on-1. They didn't really put a beat down on him. I've seen beat downs. Um, Whatever. So, anyways, these guys decide they're gonna beat up Tekashi, and of course, record it. Or maybe they weren't trying to record it, but they knew somebody was recording it and they didn't do anything to stop it. So they got caught, of course, because they're stupid assholes. Now, in the beginning, when this first happened, my wife saw the video and she's like, "Oh, that's fucked up what they did," blah blah blah. And I was kind of like, you know what? I don't really care. You get what you deserve. It's a fucking snitch. That's part of the game. Snitch, you get fucked up. It is what it is. But then, I remembered what's the dude's name? Hassan or some shit like that was on like Math Hoffa or some one of those fucking hip hop interview shows. I wasn't Drink Champs, but it wasn't Vlad TV. I think it was Matt Hoffa. But he basically was like, he made some good points. Like, okay, if I ride with you, then there's a code, right? Like, we live and die by this code. So if we're doing fucked up shit, that's what it is. But according to this dude, they did some shit like they kidnapped him and somebody fucked his girlfriend or some shit like that. Like they did all this crazy fuck shit to him, which made me like it kind of made his point. Like, why would you cop? Like, why would you stay quiet? if dudes are doing that type of shit to you. I guess different. It's different if me and you we're running things and we get caught and we're both just stay quiet and we both do our time. It's different. You want to you can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose um the code. You can't pick and choose where the honor lies. So it's honorable not to snitch, right? Bobby Shmurda, um, numerous others. But you don't snitch for people who ride with you. So like if I'm in Tony Soprano's crew and I get bopped, I'm not snitching on Tony because Tony's not doing me wrong. Tony's helping me and taking care of my family while I'm inside. Just as a hypothetical, because this happens. This is like legit, like real shit. Tony's not fucking my wife and like beating the shit out of me before I go like get into custody or whatever. Like you can't treat somebody like dog shit, beat the piss out of them and take their manhood and expect them to ride for you. So this was my like at first I'm like, fuck him, that's what he gets. You sign up for that type of game, that's what you get. But then when you start kind of dipping into the facts and shit and how these motherfuckers like I mean, we're talking about real G's. Like we're talking about real motherfucking G's that obviously he wasn't. They were obviously both using each other. There's a reason why he was able to talk so much shit. But you can't expect him to hold him to the code when you're disrespecting him like that, when you're treating him like if he's the fucking enemy. How the fuck? Who's gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna do a bid for you when you're fucking my girl and you're beating the shit out of me, or you're get the fuck out of here. No, no. So I had a change of heart. He still sucks, but given the circumstances, if they're true, the code of the streets don't apply there. It don't apply. Because the guys who supposedly live by that code broke the code. They broke it before he did. But that's just my two thoughts on that. So luckily he didn't get too fucked up for him. And I just saw a video of him like giving money to fucking Africans or some shit like that. So good for him. He's still a fucking bitch ass sucky rapper. Um who was able to talk shit because of the people behind him, but doesn't really have a whole lot of talent. But whatever, that's just my opinion. Um, this one thing that drove me fucking insane when I see it. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are these big companies like it's one excuse me, need a little drink. If Bud Light wants to um reach out to another market and have a trans influencer sell their products. I say, okay, good for you. I don't give a fuck. So the outrage to that is I I don't understand. I honestly seriously don't understand why the far right have such a problem with Bud Light having a trans person advertising their product. What the fuck does that have to do with you? How does that affect like they always love to say, "Oh, they're trying to put it on the kids. The kids are kids." Right? Well, kids can't drink beer. It's just you guys have a problem with transgender people. So you guys are assholes. So all you fucking country bumpkins and all you fucking losers who are putting on your Kid Rocks where you're shooting fucking cases of Bud Light, you're a fucking moron. And most of you don't even believe this shit. You're just doing it for clicks and views. But beyond that, you guys claim America and being Americans and like wasn't this country founded on like yes, come here, like everybody come here and I don't know, whatever. I'm getting too deep into it, but the I don't understand the Bud Light outrage. I don't understand it. Like I have yet to hear any one of these people who are protesting Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch articulate why they are so offended by this. It hasn't happened because it's fucking ridiculous. So if I make fucking joy cogs and I sell joy cogs to everyone, but like back in the day when there was this push to have beers, sold with this narration of like spring break type and twins, like Coors Light used to do. Like they're just trying to reach demographics, right? Is that part of advertising? You're trying to reach demographics. So if Bud Light's trying to be inclusive to the transgender community, why do you have a problem with that? That says something about you. That doesn't that that's not doesn't speak about Anheuser-Busch. That speaks about you. That you have a problem with that. I could give a fuck about transgenders and what beers they drink. But you care to the point that you're gonna fucking shoot cases and make a video of it? All you're doing is showing what an asshole you are. Again, it's way too serious, this fucking episode. I need to get off of the assholes and I need to get to other shit. So, but getting back to this whole point, like before I even got into this fucking Bud Light shit. So, we're trying to be inclusive. But god damn it, we go way too fucking far. And it drives me fucking crazy every time we go way too far. So I'm watching this fucking show and this commercial comes on and it's Amazon. And Amazon, I want to fucking punch you in the dick for this commercial. Now, you could say, well, you're being a hypocrite because you just said, oh, how does it affect you? And what? Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. But this fucking just like I don't know. I feel like we're just getting so far away from guys being guys and girls being girls. So and mind you, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care if you're trans, I don't care how you identify. I don't give a fuck what you want to do. I don't care if you want to dress up like a girl. I don't care. But I do care when it comes to the chicks that like I fuck with. So now mind you, this is not my issue, but I see this commercial and this chick's trying to figure out what to do with her fucking mustache. So she decides, fuck it, I'm gonna be like, what's that Mexican chick's name? Oh, God damn it, I can't remember. The chick with the fucking eyebrows. So she decides, Frida or some shit like that. She decides she's gonna be like her, with her fucking disgusting mustache, and buy a fucking a jacket that resembles the dude from Queen or whatever it is. I don't even know the full scope of it, but and then she's gonna walk in the class and start dancing around like if she's fucking this like like empowered, like, oh, I am fucking woman, hear me roar, look at my big thick disgusting mustache. Fuck off. Fuck your mustache. Fuck your entitlement. Fuck all of that shit. You look disgusting. Shave that motherfucking caterpillar off. Use the fucking goopy wax. Do whatever you fucking gotta do and be a fucking woman. God damn it. This has just gone too fucking far. I can't take it anymore. This is why the fucking right are so out of their minds with this woke shit, because that is the epitome of woke shit. What the fuck are we preaching here? Don't look like a woman? God damn it. And any of you fucking soft ass young fucking woke dudes, liberal assholes who disagree with me, I'd like to see you fucking kiss a woman with a fucking mustache thicker than yours, you fucking cocksuckers. What the fuck? Let that fucking bristles tickle your fucking lips, you fucking pussies. Jesus fucking Christ. And you wonder why there's these woke acts and shit like that, because we're doing shit like that. What's wrong with a woman looking like a woman? Does it suck that they have to like do that shit? Yeah, kind of. But that's not that that's part of it. That's part of the deal. You got guys shaving their balls these days because that's what's accepted. There's actually like major products being sold to shave their fucking balls so that women will accept them. So what the fuck? If we gotta shave our balls to be accepted, then you fucking women gotta shave your fucking lips. It's a fair trade. You want some nice smooth balls? Then shave your fucking upper lip, you fucking savage. God damn it. She's dancing around like it's fucking like she's in the club and she's in fucking class. Who does that shit? Now I understand it's just a commercial, but like the point of it is like I'm flaunting my fucking mustache in your faces because I got this cool jacket that fucking what's his name used to wear. Cool jacket, bro. That's what I would call her. Fucking bro with that fucking stash. Jesus Christ. But no, you can't do that. You can't call her bro because then you're fucking in the principal's office because you misidentified her and you fucking and you're bullying and blah 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 because she's acting like an asshole dancing around with her fucking mustache. Fuck off. Good luck. Good luck getting a date to prom, you fucking savage. Because what they don't show you in the commercials that all the boys are like, ew, gross. Get that fucking thing away from me. No, they don't show you that in the fucking in the commercial. They don't show you the disgust. They make it seem like, oh wow, look, this one's empowering herself because she has a fucking mustache and she doesn't want to do anything with it. So she wears this fancy jacket that she got off Amazon and she's fucking showing everybody that she's the shit. Well, guess what? She's gonna be a lonely bitch. Because none of those motherfuckers want to fuck with her. Facts. You don't like it, you can't deal with it. That's facts. Fucking tired of this fucking charade that we keep doing. Charades everywhere. Charade, charade, charade. Everybody just scared to say something because everybody's so fucking afraid and everybody's so woke and everybody's so fucking. This is why this is why the right has such a huge platform because of stupid shit like that doesn't even matter. Like I said, call me a hypocrite. That doesn't affect me. I understand. I understand. I just said the Bud Light commercial doesn't affect those right wingers. I'm being hypocritical. Sorry. It is what it is. I can't but for me it's not apples to apples. It's a little different. But I would understand where you were coming from if you were to tell me that. I guess I'm just trying to emphasize that we've just gone too far. Like I want to accept the trans person drinking a Bud Light because I don't give a fuck. But I gotta push back on the chicks with the mustaches only because it's like a cultural thing. It's not about accepting somebody for their gender or how they identify. It's like you're just an asshole who doesn't want to take care of the fucking facial hair that you have, and we're just supposed to accept that. The same way I say all these assholes who wear their fucking pajamas out in public, we just accept that. No, I'm saying no. I'm saying fuck that. Put some fucking normal clothes on and shave your fucking mustache or wax your mustache, you fucking asshole. Look like a woman like you're supposed to. You have all the right to have a fucking mustache. I already talked about it in my last video of my last podcast about the Salvation Army lady who had a serious stash going on. But it grossed me out the same way that you're grossing everybody else out. So good luck at prom. Because I guarantee you that bitch at the, I shouldn't call her a bitch because she's doing good work. So that lady, the Salvation Army lady who had the fucking mustache, she ain't getting no prom dates either. She probably poor sad lady by herself because she not only had a fucking mustache, she had a beard too. And that shit was gross. And if you don't understand that shit is gross to a man, then I don't know what to tell you. That shit is fucking gross. But let's move on. There was there's a episode of The Simpsons where he challenges people to a duel with a glove slap. And I was thinking about how, like, I don't know if that was a real prevalent thing at some point in history. I haven't really done the research. But I was thinking about how cool that would be in this day and age to be able to just glove slap somebody, challenge them to a duel. Like, somebody slights you for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Let's say, like, because down here, everybody just pulls guns out and fucking shoots you in Florida. But let's say, I don't know, you get cut off and you're at a red light, so you can just park, just walk over to the fucking dude, ask him to roll down his window, just give him a fucking glove slap right to the face. Like, I challenge you to a duel. And he's actually like with it. So he's like, all right, what's the terms? So it's like either like guns at like 20 paces or just straight up scrap, like just straight up knuckles, like but imagine like if you had like goofy type fucking duel type shit, like I don't know, fucking water balloons. you know, like you could play on it depending on how serious it is. So it's like, all right, you did some minor shit, so I glove slap you, but our duel is like with fucking straw spitballs. So we're gonna do spitballs at fucking I don't know 5 paces. I feel like we would be a much funner society if we did that shit. Like, but with the level, like you can't just be all aggressive and angry. Like a glove slap challenge could be like more fun spirited in my world, where it's like, all right, what you did wasn't that bad, but for some reason I took offense to it, and you already got the glove slap. So my challenge is who's gonna eat this cheeseburger the fastest. You know, like it could be a good thing. It could be a good thing. It could be a way of bringing people together instead of just everybody just shitting on each other. Whatever. I like the idea of the challenge to a duel with the fucking glove. You get the white glove and just just like I put powder on it too. So when I put it out, you see that fucking powder go everywhere. Just pop and powder just blasting every like LeBron James when he starts the game. I don't know. That would work for me. Um, I was driving one day and I passed by. You know there's a problem with people speeding. Like I told you down here in Florida, this motherfucker speeding everywhere. This dude, this dude, uh, he took it upon himself to post his own speed sign. Not speed limit, not like those I'm sure a lot of you have seen those little green guys with the flag, like slow down or children or some shit like that. Like the little guys just standing there with the flag. Nothing fancy like that. This motherfucker took a piece of fucking plywood and wrote, "Slow down, you fucking assholes." One of the best, funniest signs I ever saw. However, I don't think I would want this sign sitting in my front yard. But it was great. It was fucking great. Slow down, you fucking assholes. Gets the point across. Wasn't very pretty, but whatever. And well, it wasn't in a bad neighborhood either. It was a decent neighborhood. It's just funny. Whatever. Maybe you don't find that as funny as I do. So fuck you. Um I think I saw somebody named, it was a dude. I don't know what forum it was or where I saw this, but some dude named Precious. This is like a just basically a public service announcement. I'm not gonna get into it. Like, I don't give a fuck if you name your kid Precious. But understand, if you name your boy Precious, probably gonna come out gay. That's all. I don't have a problem with gay folks. Brother's gay. I don't care. I love for the gay community. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just understand, if you name your boy Precious, you stacking the deck against it. Right? That's just so it's not a tough name. Let's just put it that way. um so I was thinking about you know how there's the like National Pizza Day, or I don't know, National fucking um Apple Pie Day, or National Chicken Wing Day, and just all these national whatever days. Who determines that? How, like, is there an application process where you can make national whatever day? Because if that's the case, where do I apply? I want to make National Random Riches Day. Like, nobody gives a fuck about most of these national taco days or whatever the fuck it is, but they still get publicity. So, where's the application process for me to make National Random Riches Day? It might not mean shit, but if there's a process, and I didn't even research this, to be honest. This is my lazy ass. But how the fuck do we come up with all these national whatever days? You have like National Siblings Day, or National fucking Secretaries Day, or who decides? Who's the arbiter of National X Day? I want to know. I want to know. And how are these applications approved? What is the process? This is interesting to me because there's too much national whatever days. Like, what are we gonna have? National Nominator Day? We're celebrating nominators? National fucking Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Day? What the fuck are we doing? Gonna be a national day every day of the year for something? Like, because at some point it's gonna clash. We're gonna run out of national. We're gonna run out of days to do national whatever day. Fucking National Jerk Off Day. Everybody just fucking go nuts. Splooge across the world. What the fuck are we doing? Why does it have to be national whatever days for anything? Fucking stupid. Just publicity. So I need to research the process because I'm gonna create National Random Riches Day. And all you fuckers are gonna have to hear about it that don't even listen to the fucking podcast. Maybe you'll actually listen to it then. Fuckers. Um so my last thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is I'm a right-handed person. I write with my right hand. I It's my dominant hand. Jerk off with it, whatever. I feel like from those experiences, I should never shake hands, because when you shake hands with another man, you're shaking hand with their right hand, right? We're across from each other, so I go boom, right hand, shake your hand. Being a man, I know that men are disgusting. I've been in many bathrooms and I've seen many guys not wash their hands after they take a piss. Now, a lot of guys will say, oh, who cares? I didn't piss on my hand or anything like that. However, they don't account for the sweat factor. So while your dick is not sweaty, when you're grabbing it, you might grab your balls. You might grab underneath your balls. If you're like me, when you're taking a leak, you kind of grab, like push to get all the last drips out of your dick, so that you're not pissing in your fucking underwear. You're kind of like lifting underneath there to get the last drips out. So your hand is gross. Your hand is sweaty balls. You got sweaty balls on your hand. So if you don't wash your hand and you go out, you're a fucking savage. And then you see somebody you know and you dapping them up, shaking their hand or whatever. And that's why the fist pump has become so fucking great. Because I will fist pump, give you dap like a motherfucker. Because I know the outside of your fingers and knuckles have not touched your ball bag. So it's either fist bump all day, every day, or you shake hands with the offhand. You gotta go left. Now, that fucks you if the other person's lefty, because then they're lifting their ball bag well, no, they would be lifting it with their right hand. Let me see. No, I'm wrong. They'd be lifting it with their left hand. So you go in lefty, you're taking a chance. Now the chances are less because most people are righties, but if you go in lefty, there's still a chance that person's southpaw, and you're gonna still end up with fucking ball bag sweat in your hand if they didn't wash their hands. So I think the moral of the story is fist bumps. Everybody fist bump. No more shaking hands. Fuck shaking hands, because guys are disgusting, and I don't want your fucking disgusting ball sweat on my hand. Bottom line. You can keep that. Fist bumps for everyone. Even chicks, because who knows what the hell they're doing. We don't even know. I'm a dude. I have no idea what's going on over there. And I don't want to know. Fist bump to the chicks, too. That's all we got. Hopefully see you sooner than I keep saying I am. But, oh, by the way, I know we started the review show. It's a little bit of a snag in the road, but it's the same shit. I'm paying for fucking braces. I gotta work. Not a lot of time to do all of this bullshit. I'm gonna try and get some more reviews up. You haven't checked out the ones I already put up, check them out. Rio Reviews Everything. It's on YouTube. Rio Reviews Everything. There's like 5 of them up there already or whatever. Not a lot, but hey, we're working on it. I can barely fucking keep this shit going. But I'm trying. Give me some fucking, what's it? A for effort, E for effort, whichever. Give me both. Give me an A and an E. Fucking Wheel of Fortune. Let's go. I'll be back soon. Sorry for all the serious bullshit, but I was triggered. Talk to you next time.